Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's rivalry is one for the ages, a story that has everyone in the basketball world buzzing. It all kicked off with Caitlin Clark's national championship run 2 years ago. Clark, the sharpshooting star for Iowa, had already made waves with her insane shooting skills and killer playmaking. She was practically carrying her team on her back, leading them to the national championship game. But when you start dominating the league, you make a lot of enemies who can't stand to see you rise. That's exactly what happened to Caitlin when Angel Reese started showing her dislike for her. But in their recent matchup on May 15, 2024, Caitlin showed Angel who's the real boss. You may ask about Angel Reese? So she is the basketball player who burst onto the scene around 2023 while playing for LSU, breaking records like it was her day job. So she's definitely not the underdog here. She's one of the best in the game. This rivalry isn't just about basketball. It's about two powerhouse athletes pushing each other to new heights and keeping fans on the edge of their seats. She nailed 34 double-doubles in a single season, which is just ridiculous. Her dominance on the court was undeniable, leading her team to the national championship. Then, in a highly anticipated showdown, Reese's LSU team faced off against Clark's Iowa in the 2023 national championship game. It was like watching two titans go head-to-head, each showing off their incredible talents. But then, things took a wild turn. As LSU secured their victory, Angel Reese decided to taunt Caitlin Clark in front of millions of viewers. This was more than just competitive spirit. It was a straight-up declaration of superiority that hit Clark hard. It wasn't just about losing the championship, it was about getting disrespected on such a massive stage. This incident lit the fuse on a fierce rivalry between the two players. Suddenly, it wasn't just about basketball, it was personal. Fans and analysts were hooked on this narrative of competition and animosity. The Clark-Reese rivalry brought a whole new level of attention to women's basketball. Their games weren't just games anymore. They were must-see events. As the 2024 season rolled around, everyone was hyped for their rematch. Caitlin Clark, fueled by the sting of her previous defeat, went on a tear, breaking records and leading her team to the top. She was on a mission to reclaim her crown and show everyone she was still the best. The story of revenge was just too good, and fans couldn't wait to see what would happen next. On the flip side, Angel Reese kept shining, her aggressive style and fierce presence on the court making her a formidable opponent. Her confidence and dominance only added fuel to the fire, making the upcoming rematch even more thrilling. After the bitter defeat and the public taunting from Angel Reese in the 2023 National Championship, Clark was more fired up than a toaster on high. The sting of that loss was a constant reminder, fueling every move she made on the court. She was on a mission to prove she was still the queen of college basketball, and she was not here to play nice. Clark's journey to redemption hit a historic high when she shattered Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record. Now, this was no small feat. Maravich's record of 3,667 points had been untouched since 1970, practically ancient history in basketball terms. On February 22, 2024, during a game against Ohio State, Clark smashed through that legendary mark like a wrecking ball through a wall of Jenga blocks. This wasn't just about racking up points. It was a testament to her relentless work ethic and insane dedication to the game. Leading Iowa to a #1 seed in March Madness was another glittering jewel in Clark's crown. Under her leadership, the Hawkeyes steamrolled through the competition, finishing the regular season with a record so good it made other teams weep. Her ability to orchestrate plays, score like a maniac, and dish out assists made Iowa a powerhouse. Clark's performance was the magic sauce that secured the top seed, setting up what promised to be an epic tournament run. The pinnacle of her redemption arc came during the NCAA tournament. The anticipation was off the charts as fans geared up for Iowa's games, especially the highly anticipated rematch against LSU. This game wasn't just about advancing to the next round. It was a chance for Clark to give Reese a taste of her own medicine. On March 30th, 2024, the two teams clashed in a game that drew more viewers than the 2023 NBA Finals, if you can believe it. The atmosphere was electric, with both teams leaving it all on the court. But it was Clark's sheer will and skill that led Iowa to a glorious victory, sealing the deal on her redemption. The high-stakes WNBA clash between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese was one of the most anticipated matchups in recent memory. The media frenzy and fan excitement reached a fever pitch as the date of their first professional showdown approached. So, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese finally faced off in what was hyped as one of the most intense WNBA matchups ever. The media was all over it, and fans were losing their minds as the day of the big game approached. On May 15, 2024, the Chicago Sky took on the Indiana Fever, and everyone knew this was going to be epic. Analysts and fans couldn't stop debating who would come out on top in this renewed rivalry. When the game started, it was clear that both players were ready to go all out. Caitlin Clark wasted no time making her presence known with a ridiculous three-pointer from way beyond the arc, channeling her inner Steph Curry. Just a minute into the game, Clark's shot sent the crowd into a frenzy. It was like she was saying, "Hey, I'm here to take over," and the fans ate it up. But Angel Reese wasn't about to let Clark steal the spotlight. Known for her aggressive rebounding and physical play, Reese was a beast from the get-go. She grabbed multiple offensive rebounds within the first few minutes, making sure everyone knew she was there to dominate the paint. Her hustle and strength were on full display, and she kept giving Chicago those precious second chance points. As the game went on, things only got more intense. Clark kept dazzling with her precise passes and clutch shots. Her ability to orchestrate the Fever's offense was something to behold. She led fast breaks and set up her teammates like a maestro conducting an orchestra. Even with Chicago's tough defense, Clark remained cool as a cucumber, showcasing her amazing court vision and composure. On the other side, Reese's physicality was a huge challenge for Indiana. She battled in the paint, using her size and strength to snag rebounds and score tough points. Her relentless effort on both ends of the floor kept Chicago in the game. There was this one play where Reese grabbed an offensive rebound, dribbled once, and finished with a powerful layup, drawing a foul. It was classic Reese, tough, relentless, and effective. The game was a nail-biter, with both teams trading leads and delivering highlight after highlight. By the end of the first quarter, Indiana had a slight edge, leading 17-14, thanks to Clark's stellar play. As the game progressed, the stakes get higher with every possession. In the end, it was Caitlin Clark's clutch play that sealed the deal for Indiana. She finished with 11 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, Reese put up 8 points and grabbed 13 rebounds, showing her dominance on the glass. Indiana eked out a 71-70 victory in a game that had everyone on the edge of their seats. But the real story was the battle between Clark and Reese. This WNBA clash didn't just live up to the hype, it blew it out of the water. It solidified the rivalry between Clark and Reese as one of the most exciting in sports. Their performances highlighted their unique skills and fierce competitiveness, ensuring that fans will be counting down the days until their next matchup. This game was a masterclass in talent, determination, and the kind of drama that makes sports so thrilling to watch. The highly anticipated showdown between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese ended with a bang as Indiana squeaked past Chicago. The reactions were pouring in from all corners. Players, coaches, analysts, you name it. Indiana's coach couldn't stop praising Clark's calm and playmaking skills, highlighting how vital she was to their win. On the flip side, Chicago's coach was all about Reese's tenacity and dominance in the paint, pointing out how her grit kept them in the game right until the end. Analysts got into the nitty-gritty, discussing how Clark's quick transitions and Reese's physical presence defined the game's flow. Social media was on fire. Fans from every corner of the globe hit up Twitter, Instagram, and every other platform to share their thoughts and excitement. Hashtags like #ClarkVsReese and #WNBAClassic were trending for hours after the final buzzer. People couldn't stop talking about the intensity and skill on display, celebrating the high level of competition in the WNBA. Memes, highlight reels, and fan art were everywhere, showing just how big this rivalry has become worldwide. But it doesn't stop there. The fierce rivalry between Clark and Reese is set to inspire the next generation of female athletes. Their performances highlight the incredible skill, athleticism, and competitive fire in women's basketball, shattering stereotypes and encouraging young girls to take up the sport. The game has also sparked important conversations about the growth and development of the WNBA, with many discussing how to keep building on this momentum and expand the league's reach and impact. Did you catch that epic showdown between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese? Already a fan of Caitlin's clutch plays, or just jumping on the bandwagon? We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on Caitlin's game-changing moves and drop your comments below.